Another good time when we have a good message to environmental engineering students and the municipal industrial services engineering students. I'm very happy to have you, and I'm very happy also to welcome all the engineering students into these wonderful moments of learning about engineering workshop, and specifically about electronics workshop. My name is Olenjolai. I thank God you have given me a gift of teaching and also a gift of lecturing and a gift of being an electronics and telecommunication engineer professionally. So I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you into the very wonderful moment of just grasping and digging and building the foundation about electronics workshop training. I would like to dedicate this workshop to all first-year engineering students who are pursuing environmental engineering, and also students who are pursuing municipal industrial services in engineering at Ardhi University. Locally, I've been teaching at DIT, DMI, and Ardhi University. But now onwards, that I will be a full-time digital educator or digital content creator. So I'm very happy for that, and I would like to welcome you. And welcome, please, welcome. I'm very sorry for being late. I'm going to teach you by using two languages. I'm very sorry for being late. Naomba mnisamehe sana na mniwie radhi kwa kuchelewa kuanza kipindi cha siku ya leo, lakini hakuna kitakachoharibika. Nilikuwa na kipindi kingine cha kufundisha advanced engineering mathematics na advanced calculus kwa ajili ya pia wanafunzi wa mwaka wa kwanza na mwaka wa pili kwa taasisi ya teknolojia ya DIT au ya Dar es Salaam. Kwa hiyo tulikuwa na hicho kipindi, kilikuwa kipindi cha online. Kwa hiyo hatuwezi kufanya vipindi vile, darasa ni moja. Kwa hiyo niwe radhi, lakini tutajifunza kile ambacho Mungu alichokiweka ndani yangu, tutajifunza jinsi ambavyo itupasavyo. Kwa hiyo naomba hivi sasa, wakati unapojiandaa, wakaribishe wenzako na uingie kwenye shule yetu ambayo inaitwa Tanzania Online Institute of Technology, ambayo ni taasisi. Na ukifika pale utaona kabisa leo tuna WRK ambayo ni workshop 1 ambayo ni introductions of electronics workshop. Kwa hiyo naona kuna wanafunzi 7 hivi sasa wameshaingia. Ninaomba wanafunzi wengine pia, mamia wanafunzi, muweze kuingia katika live streaming hii ya electronics workshop training ili tuweze kujifunza vizuri na muweze kupokea ujumbe wa leo. Kwa ni rahisi tu, unaandika kwenye YouTube, tunatumia platform ya YouTube. Kwenye YouTube unaandika tu neno hili kwamba Tanzania Online Tanzania Online. Samani kidogo sauti yangu imetumika sana, lakini Mungu ataitengeneza tu vizuri, ataikarabati. Tutakwenda bega kwa bega, kwa sababu mimi hii ndio kazi naipenda. Hii ndio kazi ambayo hili ndio kusudi ambalo limemfanya Mungu akanileta Tanzania. Kwa hiyo wakati tunaposubiria baadhi ya wanafunzi, chukua daftari lako, andika tarehe ya leo. Leo ni tarehe ngapi wanafunzi wazuri? Tarehe 26 mwezi wa 5 2026. Alafu andika maneno haya kwa pale juu. Tanzania Institute. Kwa hiyo hii ni ushirikiano, Tanzania Online. Here we have a collaboration between Tanzania Online Institute of what? Institute of Technology. And also we have our official YouTube channel of the same name, in square bracket Olenjolai. And also we collaborate with Ardhi University. Tunashirikiana kwenye kufundisha somo hili University na chuo kikuu cha Ardhi University. Yes, if I've mistaken, maybe the spelling University, yes, you can correct. So we have Tanzania Online Institute of Technology. You're warmly welcome, in square bracket Olenjolai N, and also we are in collaborations with Ardhi University. Then we have departments. So we have a departments of 40 departments of higher engineering. Kwa hiyo hii module au hii kozi higher engineering tunaitoa sisi katika taasisi yetu kwenye idara ya uhandisi wa hali ya juu au ngazi ya juu and so higher engineering and science. Higher engineering and science. Lakini kwa hapa tunasema kwamba idara, kwa hiyo nasema department ya ardhi ambayo tunayoshirikiana nayo, department wao wanaita Mise. Alafu tunakuja hapa course ambayo tunayofundisha leo hii inaitwa workshop nini? Workshop training. Na katika workshop training tuna maeneo makubwa mawili. Hapa tunasema kwamba course ambayo tunayo ninafundisha electronics workshop training. Electronics workshop training. Kwa hiyo hii bado ni course moja, workshop training, ila mimi na focus katika electronics and electrical workshop nini? Training. Da hii ni workshop yetu ya kwanza, kwa WRK hii manake ni workshop ya kwanza ambayo ina jina inaitwa Introduction of what? Introduction of Electronics. Introductions of Electronics. Introductions of Electronics. Workshop training. Introductions of Electronics workshop training. Workshop theory. Kwa leo tunakwenda kujifunza juu ya Introductions of Electronics workshop theory. Alafu na hapa kozi au nasema kwamba classes that we are teaching this course. We are teaching bachelor degree in engineering of 2025. This is the intake of 2025. Then EE and the Mise. So EE, it's abbreviations of environmental engineering, and Mise, it's what? It's abbreviations of municipal industrial services engineering. I have a physical student here. Her name is Esther. It's the one that is shouting and learning and enjoying engineering in childhood age. So please share this link and invite. Now we have 13. Hello, how are you? Are you there, please? Please talk to us in the comment section. We would like just to hear you and see what's going on. So we have 13 viewers. We are still waiting others. So please, you're warmly welcome. And let me do so this is just what you should know. Na katika kozi hii nitakufundisha kwa kukupa lecture ambazo nazita workshop, nitakufundisha kwa kutumia software za kompyuta, nitakufundisha vizuri pia namna na kanuni za kufanya majaribio au za kutengeneza mifumo ya electronics na umeme ambayo inayotumika katika uhandisi wa mazingira na uhandisi wa viwanda vya manispaa au uhandisi wa huduma za viwanda wa manispaa. Are we together? So I'm very happy to have you today and you are warmly welcome. I've prepared very good news. This is still a fundamental workshop. We did the workshop 0, and because Olenjolai is teaching a different style and different way and by using a lot of skills and different teaching aids, but remember that Olenjolai does not know everything about workshop training, or I don't know everything about electronics workshop training. I just know a small portion of it, but I have an assignment to teach others. So please make sure that you interact with me, you ask questions as well as you can. Use the sections of chat, use the section, because at the end, before the end of this workshop, I will be reading your comments and your questions in the chat, but also use the comment section if you're watching this video offline. You can learn electronics workshop training anywhere, anytime. So even at midnight, you can take this lecture because it's still there. But we'd like just to remind you, we provide this content free of charge. University, Ardhi University has already paid for you, and your tuition fee is already that we paid at the Ardhi University has already just contributed for this one. So make sure that you register for you to receive notification whenever we go live or we publish a new video. We are not only teaching electronics in Tanzania Online Institute of Technology. Esther, keep quiet. We are also teaching some other courses and some other modules in 7 areas of knowledge. In Tanzania Online Institute of Technology, we are teaching engineering students, or we are teaching first-year students about the knowledge of the Word of God. Number 2, we are teaching all our students about the beauty of engineering and scientific mathematics in first degree or higher level. Also, we are teaching the beauty of science, especially physics science and the chemistry science for the laboratory science who are applying physics and chemistry in their aspect. But the first area of knowledge that we are teaching in Tanzania Online Institute of Technology, we are also teaching about engineering. And we are teaching differently, we call this multi-field of engineering. We are teaching electronics engineering. Here we are teaching telecommunication engineering. Here we are in Tanzania Online Institute of Technology. We are teaching computer engineering. We are teaching mechatronics engineering. We are teaching biomedical equipment engineering. We are teaching some courses in mechanical engineering. We are teaching some courses in laboratory science and technology. We are teaching also. We are teaching electrical engineering. We are teaching renewable energy engineering. So we are teaching especially all the courses under electrical engineering. Okay? So that's why we say that this is the home of engineers. And then the 5 areas of knowledge that we are teaching in Tanzania Online Institute of Technology, we are teaching about computer science and the artificial intelligence. That's another area that we are teaching. We are teaching engineering or different first-year degree students. Then the 6th area of knowledge that we are teaching in Tanzania Online Institute of Technology, we are also teaching about technology, different technologies, and especially electrical and electronics technologies, because that is my area of specialization. Number 7, we are also teaching language, and especially English language and French language. So you have 7 main departments. Are we together? So now we have almost 26, so we have enough students. Let us begin our workshop. So you can take your time to explore. We have published more than 200 videos, and those videos we have prepared specifically for undergraduate degree students or first degree bachelor students in Tanzania. And we are using the curriculum of different universities, institutions, and college of Tanzania that providing degree, especially first degree. We are using the curriculums of UDism, curriculum of UDOM, curriculum of DIT, curriculums of Karume Institute of Technology and Science in Zanzibar. We are using curriculums of State University. So actually, this is the big idea, and I just want you to be a serious student. Now you're in first year, but you can make the decision today to be a serious student of Olenjolai in Tanzania Online Institute of Technology from this first year to the 4th year. And I believe that you will have a testimony, because I will transform you from being follower and becoming what? Becoming a leader. So now, let us move on. So let me do the quick review of what I have taught you in previous workshop. So in previous quick review, I called it lecture 0, but then we canceled and then we said this is workshop 40, workshop 0. So in this workshop, actually I've introduced you about the 3 main parts. So quick review. Nakumbusha nilichofundisha kipindi kilichopita. 3 main parts of 40 of workshop training. 3 main parts of workshop training. We said workshop trainings, it consists of electronics workshop training plus what? Plumbing workshop training plus what? Carpentry workshop what? Training. And this is my area of focus. Then I presented to you about the 3 main components. 3 main components of 40, components of electronics workshop training. If you've missed the workshop 0 or lecture 0, you can access in Tanzania Online Institute of Technology. It's still there. you can watch it. It is just a video of 1 hour. Then you cover the material. So 3 main components of electronics workshop training. Can you mention? I mentioned that electronics workshop training, it consists of theory. Electronics workshop training, it consists of what? Computer. Computer, we call it electronics. Electronics what? Computer. Computer what? Simulation. But also, when I was reviewing, I forgot to tell you, not only simulation, but also with what? Programming. If you heard about programming, programming is very important in engineering or in solving real-life engineering problems. So electronics, computer simulation, and programming. So add this programming for those students who have attended the previous workshop. Then number 3, we said what? Experiments. It means engineering experiments. Experiments, or we call it what? Practicals. Kwa hiyo haya ndo maeneo makubwa ya electronics workshop training, lakini pia ni maeneo makubwa ya environmental engineering, ni maeneo makubwa ya municipal industrial services engineering, ni maeneo makubwa ya civil engineering na kadhalika, kwamba tunakuwa na nazaria lakini tunatumia teknolojia ya kompyuta au tunatumia vifaa vya kompyuta au kompyuta zenye ufanisi mkubwa katika kutengeneza mifumo mbalimbali na vifaa mbalimbali vinavyotumika katika kutatua changamoto za maisha ya kila siku. Lakini tunapozungumzia experiments au practical, maana yake sasa ni kutengeneza au majaribio au hands on. Then after that, what did I present to you? To presenting all of this one. Then I had 3 main part: theory, electronics, computer simulation, programming, experiments. Kwenye theory nikawa nimekueleza tutaangalia maeneo kadhaa. Tukasema theory inajengwa 3 main parts of 40 of theory. Ambapo tulisema nini? Theory inahusisha mathematics. Theory consists also, or it deals with science, especially engineering science. And also theory deals with what? Deals with number 4 is what? Also theory deals with experimental information. Then I present to you 2 types of what? 2 main types of electronics computer simulation. 2 main types. Number 1, I present to you offline electronics computer simulation, and also you said we have online electronics computer simulation. Then in the experiments, I gave you the philosophy that we have theory, and this theory actually establishes what? Once you have theory, then you have what? When you are solving a problems. We say that we are going to have, once we have theory, we have computer, electronics computer simulation, and programming. So added the word programming. And then once we have this one, we can move to the what? Prototype. And then she said that once you have prototypes, you can go to the final product. And I told you that the final or the destinations of all of this is you to earn Tanzania shillings or to get money from this, from your designing or from everything that you've done. Are we together? Is that clear? So, dear students, if that's the case, today I want just to teach you more. I want to teach you some more concepts. And in our discussion today, we are going to discuss about introductions of electronics workshop theory. Introductions of electronics workshop theory. And in this workshop, I'm going to build the foundation into your mind. For you to understand electronics workshop theory, then number 1, you have to understand the meaning of mathematics. The meaning of mathematics. So you can ask yourself this question in advance. What is mathematics? Nini maana ya hesabu? Kwa sababu hesabu ndio inayotengeneza uhandisi. Kama hujaambiwa, mimi nakwambia. Mathematics, it's a queen of what? Of engineering. What is mathematics? I believe that you define the meanings of mathematics in O level. Maybe it's a study of numbers and whatever and formulas and so forth. So this is a revision for you. So this is the homework for you. Fill the blanks. Then the second terminology that you have to know in order for you to master electronics workshop training, it's called the science. Please concentrate. Don't think that I'm wasting time. No, I know where we are going. You will remember this in few weeks to come or few days to come. Science. So then we can have question number 2. What is science? What is science? Tulia. What is what? What is science? So this question of what is science, we faced it or we learnt it when all of us were in Form 1. Even myself, I knew the definitions of science when I was in Form 1. When you have to know what is science, and also you have to know what is physics, what is biology, what is chemistry, etc., etc. Some students are saying that, sir, we don't see what you've been writing. So the second terminology that should be in your mind is science. So the first one is mathematics, and the second one is what? Science. So mathematics and science, these are the keywords in your mind. You've been learning about mathematics and science since standard 3. For mathematics, you have been learning mathematics since nursery school education. So I won't waste the time to ask you to define. I know that you know the good definition of mathematics, but we need these skills in order for you to master electronics workshop theory. Then science. Science, we learned it since standard 3 until you finished your Form 6, and even now you are learning partial science. That's the student Esther, that's engineer Esther who is in class. So I'm leaving the blanks. Please fill the blanks. Put your definition. I know a lot of students, maybe they can use AI software or AI tools to define, but any source that you may use, either AI or books, is fine, but you have to remember the definitions of science. Then the third important terminology in electronics engineering, electronics workshop theory, it's a word called the engineering. All students who are watching this video say engineering. When I ask you to pronounce, it means that I ask you to reinforce into your mind. So say engineering. Say again engineering. I know that you're engineering students, and maybe you may think yourself that you're expert in engineering. It's fine. Let us just learn together. Then you could notice that how far have you gone in your engineering journey. Okay? So, we have a very important fundamental question, question 3. What is engineering? Pause the video and ask yourself, what is engineering? You are learning or you are pursuing bachelor degree in engineering? Peleka hii seblen. Peleka hii seblen. Peleka kimbia. Okay? What is engineering? You may define engineering, you may maybe refer. The definition of engineering for any serious engineering students should be in your subconscious mind. Peleka kule. Kimbia, peleka kule. In subconscious what? In subconscious mind. You should not refer the exercise book when you be asked to define engineering. What you should be write in your mind, you should find the simple and portable definition that remain in your mind for the rest of your life. So there's a different ways that you can define engineering, but the following are the simplest and formal definition of engineering worldwide. So engineering. So you can try to define engineering in chat. Just write, what do you think about engineering before I give you the two important and the powerful definition of engineering. Peleka ikule, peleka iseblen. Did you write in the chat? Okay, thank you for trying. Now let us attempt. Engineering simply is defined as is a purposeful use of science. Full stop. What is engineering? Is a purposeful use of science. That's all. What is engineering, dear students? Is a purposeful use of science. What does it mean? Before you learn engineering, you have to learn science. And remember that also mathematics is a science. And mathematics is the queen of engineering. So before you learn electronics workshop theory, you have to know about electronics science. That's why we taught you electronics science in physics Form 4, and also we taught you electronics science in advanced physics Form 6. Why? Because we know that if you'll be learning engineering, you'll need some skills from what? From science. So in engineering, we who are lecturers, tutorial assistants, doctors, professors, we have an assignment to teach our students on how to apply the science. So that the simple definitions of what? Of engineering is a purposeful use of science. We will be teaching you how you can use the science in order to solve real life problems. Scientists think in a difficult way. Engineers take the thoughts and innovations of the scientists and then simplify it in such a way that they can apply that skills to solve a real life complex problem. Kwa hiyo kumbuka, wanasayansi wanatumia njia nyingi sana na njia ngumu katika kufanya uvumbuzi au katika kufanya utafiti wao. Lakini wahandisi kazi yetu sisi kuangalia na kujifunza ugunduzi ambao mwanasayansi amefanya, alafu sisi tunachukua ule ugunduzi, tunaangalia kwamba kwenye maisha ya binadamu au ya viumbe hai kuna tatizo gani linalohitaji uvumbuzi huu. Scientists in most cases, especially scientists of 21st centuries, they don't have an assignment of inventing or innovating a scientific solution or scientific system and think about their application. The application has been left to engineers. Kwa hiyo wewe sasa hivi, kwa nini unasoma engineering? Unatarajia kupata nini na kujifunza nini kwenye engineering? Sawa, wengine wanasema natarajia kupata cheti. Sawa, cheti utapata. Lakini kwa nini unasoma engineering? Engineering ni nini unayosoma? Engineering ni matumizi ya kimsingi na kimkakati ya sayansi. Are we together? Hiyo ndo first definition. Second definition, how can you define engineering in a simple language according to the different literatures? Engineering also defined is the application. Is the what? Application. Engineering is the application of what? Of mathematics. So engineering is applications of mathematics, as I told you. Of mathematics. Then what? Is applications of science. Engineering also is applications of science. And the technology. And technology. Technology. To do what? To solve, kutatua, to solve real life matatizo halisi ya jamii. Real life what? Problems. This is the definition of what? Of engineering. What's engineering? Stop writing. Let us read together, reinforce in our mind. Simple definition, you can even just read while you have shut up your eyes. So you have closed your eyes. Engineering is the application of mathematics. Also its applications of science. And also its applications of technology to solve real life. Ondoka. Real life what? Engineering problems. Real life engineering problem. Not only real life problems, because they are political problems. You cannot use engineering to solve real life political problems. Real life engineering what? Engineering problems. Engineering problems. We have different types of problems. So these are the definitions, these are the formal definitions of what? Of engineering. So if that's the case, before we discuss more about the workshop, electronics workshop training, then let me ask a question. If you are studying environmental engineering, then let me ask a question. What is environmental engineering? based on what I have taught you. If you are studying Municipal Industrial Services Engineering, then what is Municipal Industrial Services Engineering? So you have the definition, and it's very simple and easy for you to remember. You don't need to Google it. It's a purposeful use of science. So for instance, for example, if you want to define electronics engineering, electronics engineering is a purposeful use of electronic science. Or electronics engineering is the applications of mathematics, electronic science, and technology to solve real-life engineering problems. So in electronics workshop training, I have an assignment to teach you how you can apply electronic science that you knew, and even the new one that I'm going to teach you, to solve real-life problems. Simultaneous in electronics workshop training, I'm going to teach you how you can use electronics mathematics, electronics science, and electronics technology to solve real-life problems in environment and also municipal industrial services. Is it clear? Remember that. Tell your neighbor Olenjolai is building the foundation, and write very important and valuable information. So, for instance, what's electronics engineering? Is the purposeful use of electronics science. And what is electronics engineering? In other words, electronics engineering is the application of electronics or mathematics, mathematics applied in electronics, electronic science, and the technology in electronics to solve real-life engineering problems. Are we together? Is that clear? If you have a question, please ask it. So then we have question number, we have number 4. Let me link. What is environmental? We have environmental. So let's say that environmental engineering. And you have a very important question. And this important question is, what is environmental engineering? What is environmental? What is environmental engineering? Nini maana ya uhandisi wa kimazingira? Based on that, simple. Alafu na Mise takuachia wewe sasa quiz. So we say that environmental engineering, mtu akikuuliza, baba akikuuliza, bodi ya mikopo akikuuliza kama ikitokea, environmental engineering, sio tu anakulipia ada alafu hujui hata tafsiri ya unachokisoma. Environmental engineering is the purposeful use. The purposeful use of what? Use of environmental science. Purposeful use of environmental science. Kwa hiyo ile environmental science uliyosoma kwenye chemistry, uliyosoma kwenye geography, ndio inahitajika sasa hivi ujue inatumikaje kwenye kutatua matatizo. Is the purposeful use of environmental science. So if you don't know environmental science, then you're wasting time on learning environmental engineering. Otherwise, if you're not wasting time, then when you are learning environmental engineering during your 4 years of education, then you can do simultaneously. You can learn environmental science, at the same time, you can also learn environmental engineering. In other words, environmental engineering, na tengeneza msingi, environmental engineering, sipendi kwenda kwenye vitu vya ndani au vitu vya ngazi ya juu wakati hivi vya msingi uvifahamu. Environmental engineering, simply can say that is a application of what? Of mathematics. There is a kinds of mathematics. There's some topics of mathematics that you've learned. They have been preparing you and teaching you how to apply mathematics in solving real life. So mathematics, and then sort of environmental science. Environmental science. This is your own knowledge. It doesn't mean that I will ask you in examination. Hii haina maana nitakuuliza kwenye mtihani. Hii nataka wewe uelewe, usikarini. Environmental science and the technology. Technology to solve Real, to solve. To do what? To solve real life engineering problems. Real life engineering what? Problems. That's the meanings of what? Environmental engineering. The 50 keywords or terminology in this course, it's what? Municipal, industrial, services. Municipal, industrial, services, engineering. So here we have question number 5. Question number 5, we define it. What is Mise? So this is the quiz that I leave it to you, or it's a quiz. Kwa wanafunzi wa Mise na bata sio wa Mise, mnaweza pia mkajaribu hilo swali. Do you understand? Do you enjoy general introductions of electronics workshop theory? These are the theories that we need. Sababu lazima siwezi kufundisha electronics workshop training alafu nisihusianishe na unachokisoma. Okay? So then, if this is the case, what do we say? We say that number 6. The 6 now, number 6. It is very important keywords based on what? Based on the course that we are learning. This one is called the engineering workshop. Say engineering workshop. Again, say engineering workshop. Say engineering workshop. And in this aspect, let me put a question there and you can pause the video and try yourself. What is engineering workshop? Neno workshop kwa nini hujaliona ulivyokuwa uko sekondari au shule ya msingi? What is engineering? Au tuseme sekondari ambao ulikuwa unafanya pia unajifunza sayansi kwa vitendo. What is engineering workshop? There's the different ways that you can define engineering workshop. So the formal way of defining engineering workshop, it's what? Hello? Let me repeat because I did not hear clear. Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry. When I went to help somebody, I'm very sorry. When I went to help somebody to open the gate, I switched off the microphone. I'm very sorry. But what I've explained after coming back, I did not clean. I can repeat right now. I tuned it off or I switched it on the microphone. So just to give me 5 minutes, then we close the workshop. So I'm very sorry, but thank you for giving feedback because I read it. Some students say that we don't hear the voice. Thank you very much for your feedback. Okay, I gave you 5 minutes or just a short time to think about what is engineering workshop. Before we learn the contents of workshop or maybe workshop training, what is it? So simply we define that engineering workshop is a centralized unit or facility whereby engineering students and engineers gains hands-on or on practical skills and experience by working with different tools, equipment and machinery. Nini maana ya tunasema maabara ya uhandisi? Maana ya maabara ya uhandisi tunasema kwamba hili ni eneo ambalo wanafunzi wanaojifunza uhandisi pamoja na wahandisi ambao tayari ni professional, wameshajifunza, wameshamaliza chuo kikuu, kwa hiyo wanafanya kazi za uhandisi au wanatengeneza mifumo mbalimbali au wanaripia mifumo mbalimbali. Katika mantiki hiyo, wanapopata ujuzi kivitendo, wanapofanya na kutengeneza mifumo ya uhandisi kivitendo, na pia na kupata nini? Ujuzi. Maana yake tunasema kupata uzoefu kwa kutumia vifaa mbalimbali vya uhandisi na kwa kutumia pia vitendea kazi mbalimbali vya uhandisi na kutumia mashine mbalimbali za uhandisi. Kwa hiyo kila field ya engineering wakati inapoanzishwa lazima iwe na departments, yani lazima iwe na workshop. Kwa hiyo kuna electrical workshop, kuna civil workshop, na kwenye civil unakuta kuna workshop mbalimbali. Kuna workshop ya nini? Ya soil, kuna workshop nyingine ya analysis na kadhalika. Kwa hiyo jua swala la workshop ni kwamba hii ni lugha ya kiuhandisi. Kwa hiyo hata katika chuo kikuu cha Ardhi ukienda kwenye idara yenu ya SIS utakuta kuna laboratory na pia kuna workshop. Laboratory ni kwa ajili ya watu wa sayansi. Workshop ni kwa ajili yetu sisi ambao ni wahandisi. Do you understand? Is it clear? Did you get in your mind? Kwa hiyo ndo maana engineering nini? Workshop. Kwa hiyo kwenye environmental engineering kuna baadhi ya workshop utakazo kwenda kufanya majaribio au kufanya hands on. Kwa hiyo kumbuka workshop ni muhimu kwa sababu ndo mahali ambapo mikono yako inafanya kazi, na ndio maana ya uhandisi. When you call it an engineer, we expect you to have engineering theory and the engineering computer simulation, and also you must have engineering experimental and practical skills. Are we together? The seventh terminology in this electronics workshop theory, it's called the electronics engineering workshop. Theory ya saba, au tunasema au neno la saba muhimu natakia tujifunze kama la utangulizi, nini maana sasa ya workshop ya electronics ambayo sasa tunajifunza. Nini maana yake? So, what is electronics engineering workshop? Electronics engineering workshop is a facility whereby electronics engineering students and other related fields and engineers used to design, repair, implement, building and testing different electronics devices, system and products. Chumba cha vitendo au cha kufanyia majaribio ya uhandisi wa electronics. Maana yake ni chumba ambacho wanafunzi wanaojifunza uhandisi wa electronics na kozi zingine kama vile environmental engineering na Mise, pamoja na wahandisi ambao ni professional engineers, wanatumia kwa ajili ya kudesign, yani kwa ajili ya kujenga au kuunda. Kudesign ni kuunda. Kurepair manake ni kutengeneza kifaa kilichopata shida. Kwa mfano, kama hii ni simu yako, smartphone yako imepata changamoto labda ya display, au imepata changamoto ya sauti, au imepata changamoto ya betri, unaichukua unaipeleka Kariakoo. Ukipeleka yule fundi hadesign simu, yule fundi anachofanya ana repair simu. Anatengeneza hiyo sehemu ambayo imepata nini? Shida. Kwa hiyo maana yake electronics workshop kazi yake nyingine ni kutengeneza vifaa vya electronics ambavyo vimepata shida. Kama TV, kama simu, kama kompyuta na kadhalika. Alafu pia inatumika kuimplement. Kuimplement maana yake nini? Kuimplement maana yake kwamba ukisha design, engineer akisha design, anachukua ile design anampa technician. Yeye technician kazi yake ni kufuata ile design pamoja na zile values ambazo engineer ameziestablish na ile circuit ambayo engineer ameipendekeza kwamba katika ili kuweza kutengeneza mfumo huu basi tufuate vipengele vifuatavyo na tufanye hivi. Sawa? Alafu building ni kujenga. Pia workshop the electronics tunatumia kwa ajili ya kujenga circuits na kujenga nini? System. Alafu nini? Testing. Testing tukishajenga mfumo kwenye electronics kabla ya kupeleka site au kupeleka sehemu halisi, tunajaribisha, tunauangalia, tunaukagua, tunautest wa mfumo, tunaupeleka kwenye mazingira halisi. Alafu tuna collect data na kama kuna makosa mengi zaidi tunarudi tena kwenye design, tunarekebisha kwenye theory kule na kwenye mathematical equation, alafu tunatengeneza hiyo circuit na hiyo system, tunaenda tena kwenye steps zote, tunatengeneza prototype, tunaipeleka site, tunaiangalia imeshaturidhisha au imefikia 80%, basi tunafyatua au tunapeleka kiwandani ili iweze kufyatuliwa mabilioni ya hicho kifaa au ya hiyo mfumo. Umenielewa Sawa. Sasa nikaja hapo nikakwambia kwamba kuna sayansi na kuna uhandisi. Na wewe ni mwanafunzi mzuri sana sayansi kuanzia darasa la 3 mpaka ulivomaliza elimu ya kidato cha 6. Sasa kwenye sayansi tuna theory ambayo scientific theory, tuna computer simulations ambayo inaitwa scientific computer simulation, alafu tuna experiments au practicals. Hizi experiments zake na practicals za sayansi iwe ya physics, chemistry, biology, agriculture, microbiology na kadhalika zinafanyika sehemu inayoitwa nini? Laboratory. Laboratory. Taangalia hizo herufi hizi, nadhani huenda nimekosea, lakini utarekebisha, ni kitu kidogo hicho kwako. Sasa kwenye uhandisi tuna theory ambayo inaitwa engineering theory, tuna engineering computer simulation, lakini tuna engineering experiments or practicals. Zenyewe tunafanya sehemu ambapo inaitwa professional and international workshops. Kwa hiyo ndugu wanafunzi, katika sehemu hii na katika somo hili nitakachowafundisha au napozungumzia kwamba electronics workshop theory, na maanisha nawafundisha nadharia ambazo tukienda kwenye workshop ya electronics tunahitaji kutumia ili kuweza kutengeneza mfumo. Nikawa na kueleza wakati nilivyokuwa namalizia, nikawa nimekueleza hivi. Kwa mfano tuchukulie wanafunzi niwape mifano. Ngoja niwape mifano halisi ya field unayosoma wewe, ya environmental engineering na ya municipal industrial services. Nikakwambia kwenye hiyo mifumo electronics ipo kwa kiwango kikubwa, na wakati mwingine unaweza ukawa uko kwenye kiwanda au kwenye shirika ambalo hawajaajiri electronics engineer, kwa lazima uwe na idea, au wewe mwenyewe unaweza kuanzisha kampuni yako ambayo utafanya kazi za mazingira lakini utafanya kazi za viwanda, ila hutaki kumwajiri mtu electronics, na inawezekana. Nikakupa mfano, ukienda kwenye viwanda vingi sana, haijalishi ni kiwanda kinachotengeneza nini kwa sasa hivi, kwa teknolojia sasa hivi, utakutana na departments ya instrumentation. Hiyo departments ya instrumentation utakutana na vifaa vingi vya electronics, lakini pia utakutana na mifumo mingi, kwamba katika viwanda vingi kwamba input inakuwa ni sensor. Kama ni kiwanda cha kutengeneza maji, kutengeneza bia, kutengeneza viwanda tofauti tofauti. Lakini tukija kwenye kwa mfano environmental engineers wanahusika na mambo mengi ya mazingira. Lakini mimi nikikumbuka changamoto kubwa tatu za mazingira, kuna air pollution, kuna land pollution na kuna water pollution. Sasa air pollution tuna detect kwa kutumia electronic sensors ambazo zinaitwa gaseous sensors. Na air pollutions kuna aina nyingi za air, kuna methane, kuna LPG, kuna aina nyingi za hewa, kuna oxygen, kwa ziko sensors za oxygen, za carbon dioxide, za carbon monoxide na kadhalika. Basi haya nyamaza basi. Umeelewa eh? Kwa hiyo unaona, unaweza kuona umuhimu wa somo hili. Lakini pia tunapozungumzia land pollution, tuna sensors ambazo zinazoweza kugundua land pollution kabla haijaanza kuathiri viumbe vinavyoishi juu ya hiyo ardhi. Nikazungumzia water pollution. We kama tunza mazingira, lazima pia utunze mazingira ya maji ili yawe salama kwa ajili ya matumizi ya binadamu na viumbe vyote. Kwa hiyo manake sensors zipo, electronic sensors kama pH sensor ambazo zenyewe, na kuna water quality sensor. Ziko sensor nyingi sana ambazo zinatumia kanuni za electronics kwa ajili ya kuweza kugundua nini? Kwa ajili ya kugundua nini? Kwa ajili ya kugundua uharibifu kabla haujaleta madhara. Basi wanafunzi wangu, nashukuru sana, na niendelee kuangalia kama kuna swali. Kuna changamoto ya sauti, sauti shida mkuu, sisikii. You are accepted nevertheless. Okay, kwa hiyo naamini kwamba sauti imeshakaa vizuri. Nashukuru sana. Naomba tuishie hapo kwa siku ya leo. Tukutane kesho. Kipindi cha kesho kitakuwa mapema kwa sababu kiratiba ni saa 10 mpaka saa 9 dakika 50 mpaka saa 11 dakika 50. Kwa kipindi cha kesho tutafanya mapema, ni saa 11 kamili. Tutafanya mapema na tutahakikisha kwamba tunatunza muda. Asante sana, Mungu akubariki na kutunza. Tuonane kesho. Bye bye. Endelea kufurahia uhandisi wa mazingira na wa viwanda.